That bombshell plea deal means the man who used to fix Donald Trump's problems has now become one for the president. Michael Cohen implicating his former boss after pleading guilty to 8 felony charges of tax fraud, bank fraud, and notably campaign finance violations, paying out hush money, telling a judge he broke the law because a candidate told him to. He doesn't name the person, but he only worked for one, Donald Trump.
He worked to pay money to silence 2 women who had information that he believed would be detrimental to the 2016 campaign and to the candidate and the campaign.
That includes a $130,000 payment Cohen made just days before the election to porn star Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about an alleged affair with the president, which she denies. Michael Avenatti represents Daniels.
She feels very vindicated. She believes that she has fought the good fight, and she's going to continue to fight the good fight.
The president has said he didn't know about the payment at the time.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
The president's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, tells NBC News late tonight there is no allegation of any wrongdoing against the president in the government's charges against Mr. Cohen. It is clear that, as the prosecutor noted, Mr. Cohen's actions reflect a pattern of lies and dishonesty over a significant period of time. The president himself has suggested he's not concerned with what Cohen might say.
Just want to know if you're worried if he's going to cooperate with federal investigators.
No, I'm not worried because I did nothing wrong.
Got it.
Nothing wrong.
Cohen will not have to go to trial, but faces 3.5 to 5 years in prison. He'll be sentenced in December.
He can go to jail for a number of years, and so he still has an incentive to help the government. But if he wants to avoid jail, the more information, the more truthful information he provides, the better off he will be.
It's a stunning development for 2 men whose relationship dates back a decade. Cohen once memorably said he'd take a bullet for the president. But this summer, signs of a split when Cohen declared his family and country come first. Now, a flip for a former loyalist. And perhaps to the president, a betrayal.
Is he still your friend?
I always liked Michael Cohen. I haven't spoken to Michael in a long time.
Is he still your lawyer?
No, he's not my lawyer, but anymore.
Your personal lawyer, and not
But I always liked Michael.
So step back and look at the big picture here. You've got Donald Trump's former longtime lawyer walking into federal court and implicating the sitting president in what prosecutors say is an illegal hush money payout. Cohen's lawyer late tonight is now pushing back on the argument the president's team is making, asking if those payments were a crime for Michael Cohen, then why wouldn't they be a crime for Donald Trump? For the president's part, he stepped off Air Force One and briefly mentioned in West Virginia feeling badly for both men, presumably referring to both Cohen and Paul Manafort.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.